Welcome back. Last couple weeks we've been talking about signature guitars, so I figured we'd do it once more just to round it off, make it a hat trick, 3 for 3. This is the Ibanez KRYS-10. It's the signature guitar of Scott LePage from Polyphia. Now I'm going to start off with some radical honesty. I'm not really that into Polyphia. They're quite good at guitar though, so it makes sense that the dude would have a pretty good guitar. Let's play it a bit, let's talk about it. So I've said in the title of this video that no one cares about this guitar. Hopefully that's not true. I hope someone does care about it. But from what I've seen, working in a music shop, the amount of people that come in and go, hey, have you got that Tim Henson guitar? And I go, no, we don't. We got Scotty LePage's guitar though. And they go, all right, see ya. That's a real thing that happens. So I want to give this guitar some more love. It's a tone machine. It's built like a tank. It's really great to play. It's fantastic. So let's talk about it. We've got a roasted maple neck with an ebony fretboard, 24 stainless steel jumbo frets, and the neck is what they call an AZ Oval C, which is what some of you on the internet, some of you less kind people like to call a baseball bat. I prefer to think of it as well-rounded. It's definitely got a bit more to hang on to in here, but it's nice, it's comfortable. And we got the classic sort of lumen lay dots and some quite nice offset block inlays and this big one on the 12th fret, which looks pretty cool. 25.5-inch scale with a 12-inch radius, basically, 305 millimeters. Ibanez doing Ibanez things and insisting that we use millimeters for stuff. And we've got some really nice curves on it, obviously. We got the nice body bevel and also this little bevel, which looks a little bit weird to my eyes. I'm not sure why you wouldn't just taper that off. And also a big carve out of this lower horn, so you can really get way up there, and even if you're doing like some nasty stretchy thing like this, it's still not gonna be in your way, which is great. So yeah, super easy guitar to play as long as you're okay with the neck profile. If you want that 80s Ibanez RG550 shred machine thin as hell neck, this ain't it, but that's fine. You know, different guitars for different people. Let's play a bit more. What we heard before was on the bridge pickup in voice 1 of these pickups. They've got 3 voices. We'll go through that a bit later on, but for now, we're gonna go to the neck pickup and play some clean stuff. Yeah, let's do it. So, in terms of hardware, we've got Goto locking tuners, a Goto 2-point floating bridge, a Graphtec nut, and also we got this weird Ibanez style angled input jack. I've never had a guitar with one of these and I'm not super sold on it, but a lot of people seem to really like them, so that's cool. The other thing I want to point out, just aesthetically about this guitar, I don't like gold hardware. Basically full stop. This is maybe the only exception I've found so far. I think it looks really cool, and my cat has entered the room and he's walking around suspiciously. Hopefully he does nothing too drastic. So also on this guitar we've got a volume knob, a tone knob, 3-way mini toggle, and a 3-way lever switch. And as I said before, this thing has tone just falling out of it. Okay, let's talk about these pickups. We're gonna need to go through them a bit because they got 3 voices. All the voices sound really cool. I feel like it's worth a bit of time. So we'll start with the neck since we're already there. We've got voice 1 is what they call a vintage PAF, which is your classic humbucker kind of thing. It sounds like this on the clean. Voice 2 is what they call a clear, airy chime, and this switching's a little bit confusing. Voice 1 is down the bottom, voice 2 is all the way the other way, and here's our clear, airy chime. And then our third voice in the middle is a vintage single coil. I think it's hilarious that these are like some of the most modern, up-to-date pickups you can get, and they still want that vintage sound. Does sound like a vintage single coil. I mean, they're not wrong, but it's quite funny that we've got all this technology to just do what a single coil did 60 odd years ago. But I digress. Let's have a listen to the bridge. We'll kick on a bit of distortion for this one, I reckon. Just a bit of a mellow distortion, and we'll just go through it again. So voice 1, it's once again the vintage PAF type tone. Voice 2 is called the classic hot rod, like a Chevy or something, I guess. And if you were betting on single coil for voice 3, you'd be right, it's single coil type business. So that right there is 6 tones that sound really, really cool to me, and obviously you've still got the middle position as well, so I'll play a little bit for the outro in the middle position, I reckon. But that's about all I've got time to talk about this week. Thanks to MusicWorks Albany for lending me this guitar. If you're really into it, you can pick it up for $3,599. I guess I'll play a little bit more and that'll do. Thanks for checking in. I'll see you next time.